I'm making this video right now to document what feels like one of the lowest points for me in StarCraft that I've ever felt. I obviously lost to Masa yesterday with a score of 2 to 3 in Challenger League, and this is going to be the first season where I'm not attending Premier League, so this makes this loss an especially painful one for me. And I know Masa is probably going to be watching this. And I remember when I beat Snoot in Challenger League to advance back into Premier League. I remember reading his blog, and you're not necessarily happy, but you when you do see that you made someone like make a vlog like I'm making right now, or you see someone like when I beat Snoot, see him make a vlog, it makes you feel very powerful. So he's probably gonna be, I mean, he might watch this and just feel pretty nice about himself. But I feel like it's very necessary for me to make this kind of vlog, just so I can see, hopefully in the future, I can bounce back and I can look back and remember how I felt today. Um, so, I mean, just recently it's been a culmination of losses. Like I said, I feel like I've improved a lot, especially since going to Taiwan. And it's just I haven't been able to get the results I've wanted. It's been a string of losses, and every single time I lose, it's literally the most frustrating way it could possibly happen. And this has been something that's been happening to me for a long time. Starting with, for example, when I played in Asus ROG in 2012, I was up 2-1 against Hero, and I lost eventually 3-2 to him in a game where game five I had an advantage on it was on Metropolis, and I had Broodlord and Infestor. I just decided not to attack, and then I eventually wasted my entire army. So that was a very frustrating loss, and ever since then, I mean, I think back about it. I think back on it now and realize that there are so many times where I've lost like this. For example, when I played Parting in BWC, I was up 2-0, and then I ended up losing the last three games. Two of them of which I really could have won just by changing like a single thing. And then who knows how well I would have done in BWC, because the next opponent would have been Sen, and like I've always said, my ZVZ was very strong back then, so I think I could have won. But yeah, this has been going on, and especially recently, um, I've just been losing like this. WCG, I lost to due to map score. I got everybody for second place in our group was tied in terms of series score, and Jim advanced out of our group. I beat Daishi. Daishi beat Ender, and then I lost to Ender, and it was really sucky because even though I beat Daishi, because he had a better map score than me, um, he advanced out anyways, and it's just very frustrating because I keep barely missing the cutoff for advancing like every single time. Right, I forgot to even mention all the times in WCS where I've been up. For example, I played Apocalypse in the deciding match of WCS round of 32, I think season 3 or something. I was up 1-0, and then I lost the next couple games. And then recently in TSL, I was up 1-0 against Haas to get first place in my group. I ended up losing the next two games. If I had just frickin' won my group, I would have been top four guaranteed, and I would have faced Sen, who I beat on ladder three times, and I would have, yeah, I would have potentially made the finals instead of getting fifth through sixth place, all because I lost to Haas, even when I was up 1-0. Like, it's just so, there's so many examples. I've been listing so many of them. Last week there was MLG, where I was up 1-0 against Scarlet. I had a build order advantage in game two. I opened Banelings against a 10-pool Baneling against a 15 hatch, and like I just messed up the micro and lost. And then even in game three, I had like a 10 drone advantage, even mute account, and I still managed to lose. And now we have yesterday. Me playing against Masa. The first two games were so ridiculously easy, And I already was so confident that I was going to win. I knew he couldn't beat me in a macro game because I feel like my macro game has been super strong recently. Unfortunately, I couldn't even get to play a single macro game. He metagamed me pretty well, and but it's so frustrating. I was up 2-0. I literally just needed one more win, and I couldn't get that one win. And this has just been. I was thinking about it last night. I couldn't sleep, and I was just thinking about how many times this has happened in my entire StarCraft career, I guess, where I've just been so close and yet always managed to somehow lose at the very last second. Even now, I just thought of another one, MLG Anaheim. I was up 1-0 against Polt. I managed to lose the next two games. Actually, I think I was 1-1. But I like don't even know what to do. It just feels like the whole universe is conspiring to make me lose in literally the most frustrating way possible. And I was proud of myself yesterday because I managed to resist the urge to send out dozens of tweets about how like sad and depressed I was and like how I was like feeling like, I mean, how I was just feeling so miserable. Um, but it hurts. I mean, I've been losing over and over and over again. And, I don't know what I don't know what to do. It just like I said, it feels like the universe is conspiring to like make me lose in the most torturous ways possible every single time. It's just barely losing, uh, and losing when I have an advantage, or like losing when I'm up 2-0 and then I lose the next three games. I don't even know what to do. I mean, obviously the universe isn't conspiring against me, and this could be solved with more practice or whatever. But right now, I just feel so demotivated. I was so excited for WCS. I I really thought I could do well because, like I said, going to Taiwan, I feel like my game knowledge is higher than it's ever been before, and this makes it particularly painful for me to lose because I feel like by the time the next WCS season comes around, the metagame's going to be changed. I might not have the same knowledge I have now, especially because I'm not in Taiwan anymore. I'm not practicing in the Korean server. And right now, it feels like there's nothing left to play for. And so it makes it really difficult for me to stay motivated. I think there's one tournament. It's not even a live tournament. It's like some online tournament in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to play for that. But everything's just been going not my way recently. Even for the MCAT, I made my previous vlog where I said I was going to take the MCAT in February, which was the goal. And that way I would be able to focus 100% on StarCraft for the remainder of, my time off. But unfortunately, that did not happen. MCAT, I came back and MCAT was not offered in February. And the only other two dates were January and March. So I chose to take the March one. And then I go on the MCAT website and I realize every single seat in the state of California up until June is taken. So I can't even sign up for the MCAT. So like this is just like something that's just been bothering me the whole time. Everything's going wrong. And I like I honestly don't know what to do at this point. I guess I can take solace in the fact that there are strong players like Jim and Kane who also lost in Challenger League. So it's not like I'm the only one. I mean, losing is a part of the game. It's inevitable. And it's really up to me to bounce back from it. But it's just hard, just losing over and over and over again. And now I know how it feels. I mean, I've been on the other side where I've been winning games and I'm not favored to win. So I can imagine. I could have only imagined. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is I've had my time in the winner's position, and now I've had my time in the loser's position. where I know exactly how Snoop felt when he lost to me in WCS um, last year. Um, Now I can completely understand, and I can understand how State felt when he lost to me because he really should have won in MLG last week. He was up 1-0. Second game, there was actually no way he could lose, except for linking his whole army on top of my units, and so he lost. And then third game, I don't quite remember what happened, but I ended up taking it. Oh yeah, I base traded. Um, so yeah, I mean, this went way longer than I wanted it to. I wanted to try and keep this short, but I just needed to vent a little bit, and I honestly don't know where to go from here. If the goal of this year is to beat me down until I'm on my knees, or beat me down to the ground to the point where I have to persevere and learn how to pick myself up. I think this will still be worth it, but hopefully I can do something like that, pick myself up, start getting the results I want. Um, it just sucks because I've been losing on such narrow margins each time, and it it's I've been doing so well. Like I've improved so much, but I still can't win. Yeah, so for those of you guys who have lasted this long, I commend you for staying all this time. This is really, really long and really, really rambling. But like I said, hopefully I can pick myself up, learn to pick myself up. And I hope you guys don't think less of me for losing so much recently. Bye bye.